Okay, Chris, thanks for being with us today. We have a couple questions for you. How was the Infometrics Users Group helpful to you today?
Bob, it was extremely helpful. I think, I've known about the Infometrics system for, I guess, going on 2 years now, and we have really been interested in where it's going to go, and today really shed some light on the data, how it's filtered, how it's massaged by the group, and what kind of data is available and how we can use it.
And what impressed you most about what you learned today?
Well, the amount of data and the amount of wholesalers that contribute to this thing is very impressive. It's a very big database, a lot of valuable information, and a lot of valuable tools on the site where you can filter down and get down to category and item level and see how you're performing in the market. So it's very useful information.
And what would you say to those distributors that are not using Infometrics?
I would say that, I think what they need to do is discuss this with other wholesalers in the Southern and in AWMA and get their input, and that would, I think, make them feel more comfortable about proceeding and moving further. It is a little intimidating at first when you look at the data and the amount of data that's in there, and until you go through one of these sessions, I think it's a little hard for people to understand, and that's why I think today's session was so beneficial to us all to really, enlighten us and educate us on how to look at the data and how to use it and practically apply it to our businesses.
How do you see the system helping you to improve your bottom line and also that of your customers?
I think that we can use the system in various ways, not only in our sales and marketing side, but also in purchasing, and just really for, in general, the goals of the company and how we look at what items we might be targeting, what kind of categories we should be getting into, and those type of things where we can set certain goals for ourselves and look forward and use the data to drive those changes in our company and to drive those increase in sales.
Okay, Chris, and then our final question today is, how will the Infometrics program benefit manufacturers? Why should they get on board?
I think any time that you look at the full circle as far as benefiting the wholesalers and what we can do to drive increased sales in categories, I think the manufacturers really need to take a look at that and say, okay, here's a tool that's going to enable our wholesale customers to look at our categories and see the opportunities that there are to increase the sales within those categories. And it's all the way down to item level, and you can look at voids in your market and say, okay, we should be able to increase our sales in this category by X number percent and set goals for the company. And I think at the end of the year and into the next year, they'll see that the benefits are that we can see this data now, and now we know what we're missing out on, and we can target it and then help them in turn increase their sales through our companies.